Imagine pouring years of hard work and money into Boer goats, the undisputed king of meat production, only to watch your herd struggle through a brutal drought, sky-high feed bills, and heartbreaking losses. Then, almost by accident, you bring in a few Kalahari Red goats, and everything changes. Higher survival rates, thriving on almost nothing, fewer vet calls, and, in some cases, better long-term profits in the harshest conditions. Farmers worldwide are sharing these jaw-dropping real-world twists. Today, we uncover the truth. Kalahari Red versus Boer. Which breed actually delivers when farming gets real? Stick around, because the winner might surprise you. The Kalahari Red and Boer goats stand out as two of the premier meat goat breeds from South Africa, each shaped by very different development paths that create striking contrasts in everyday farming results. The Boer goat, its name literally means farmer in Afrikaans, was deliberately crafted from the early 1900s onward, mostly in South Africa's Eastern Cape. Local farmers blended indigenous African goats with imports from Europe, India, and Nubia, zeroing in on lightning-fast growth, thick muscling, and top meat output to build the perfect commercial meat machine. By the mid-20th century, it had solidified its status as the worldwide go-to for intensive goat operations. The Kalahari Red, by comparison, arose more organically amid the brutal, dry expanses of the Kalahari Desert across South Africa, Botswana, and Namibia from the 1970s through the 1990s. Breeders collected resilient, red-coated native landrace goats already toughened by extreme heat, drought, thin grazing, and parasites, then polished the breed with limited red-headed Boer input. This infused it with wilder genetics focused on enduring low-input, wide-ranging systems over raw meat volume alone. Both breeds rank among the elite for meat production, boasting solid market appeal, prolific kidding, and strong carcass traits. Yet the true gaps shine brightest under stress, frequently sparking those eye-opening real-world surprises that catch farmers off guard. Physically, Boer goats sport the signature look. A crisp white body paired with a bold brown or red-brown head, often featuring a white blaze, long droopy ears, and a wide, heavily muscled build that screams meat on the hoof power and makes them stand out in sales rings or shows. Kalahari Red goats go for a sleek, uniform deep red to brown coat without any white spots. The pigmentation doubles as built-in sunblock and bush camouflage. Their frame leans rangier and more athletic. Less blocky bulk, more lean endurance, and quick movement suited to rough terrain. On size, mature Boer bucks usually hit 110 to 135 kilograms, roughly 250 to 300 pounds, with does landing at 90 to 100 kilograms, 200 to 220 pounds, prioritizing that heavy meat-packed conformation. Kalahari Red bucks typically range 100 to 115 kilograms, 220 to 250 pounds, with does around 70 to 85 kilograms, 155 to 185 pounds. Those standout bloodlines can close the gap or even rival Boers. Boers take the crown for sheer mass and show-ring appeal, while Kalahari Reds trade some of that for a rugged, desert-optimized structure built to last. In growth and meat output, Boer goats live up to their reputation as growth machines. They pack on weight quickly with decent feed and care, hitting slaughter weights sooner in feedlots or high-input setups. Their standout muscling delivers strong dressing percentages, often 50 to 55% plus under ideal conditions, and high-value cuts that buyers pay extra for. Kalahari Reds might ease into growth a touch slower in rich pastures, but they hold steady progress even as forage thins or weather turns tough. In pasture-driven or dry land systems, farmers commonly find Kalahari Reds matching market weights with improved meat-to-bone efficiency thanks to less wasted fat and fewer setbacks during rearing. The real surprise? Boers rule high-feed commercial scenes for maximum carcass size. But Kalahari Reds frequently pull ahead on net meat delivered in demanding real conditions, thanks to their grit keeping more animals alive and productive through the chain. Hardiness and adaptability deliver the biggest plot twists. Kalahari Reds shine in scorching heat and prolonged dry spells. Their desert heritage means the red coat shields against sunburn. They sip less water, need minimal shade, and push through with little hand-holding. They carry robust natural defenses against parasites, worms, and regional diseases, slashing vet bills and death losses. Their browsing skill is top-notch, covering ground to nibble sparse, tough plants where others go hungry. Boer goats hold their own but crave extra TLC, more shade, better quality feed, and proactive health care to dodge heat stress or breakdowns in extremes. In arid and semi-arid regions across various countries, farmers who bet on boars for meat gains have shared tales of heavy die-offs and droughts or parasite spikes, only for Kalahari Reds to post far lower losses, stronger herd rebound, and overall survival. This survival champion edge flips expectations, often rescuing farms when conditions get unforgiving. Both breeds reproduce vigorously, regularly dropping twins or triplets with kidding percentages commonly hitting 150 to 200%. Yet Kalahari Reds pull ahead on mothering in rough settings. Sharper instincts shield kids from harsh weather, predators, and scarcity, boosting weaning rates on bare-bones farms. Boer does perform solidly with support, but Kalahari mothers lose fewer youngsters during dry spells or lean times. Farmers in extensive systems often credit Kalahari Reds with getting more live kids to sale weight, strengthening their edge over seasons. On temperament, Boer goats tend to stay relaxed, gentle, and straightforward to work with. Ideal for big herds, newcomers, or setups needing regular rounding up. Kalahari Reds run more alert, energetic, and self-directed. That untamed foraging drive makes them a bit quicker to react or roam, though good fencing keeps things under control. In large-scale or free-range work, some stick with boars for smoother handling, while others value how Kalahari Reds naturally spread out and fend for themselves. Costs and profitability shift with your setup. Pure Boer animals usually fetch higher starter prices thanks to their fame, whereas Kalahari Reds can cost less upfront, especially where they're already circulating. Ongoing expenses tilt toward Kalahari Reds in wide-ranging farms. They eat less supplement, demand little extra shade or meds, and cut big on inputs. In tightly managed, nutrient-rich systems, Boers reward with quicker cycles and heavier sale weights for stronger gross income. But in hot, dry, or erratic weather in many countries, many discover Kalahari Reds stacking superior net gains long-term through slashed losses, trimmed costs, and dependable output. Real stories abound of farmers rethinking their Boer is king stance after tough stretches, watching Kalahari Reds convert near misses into reliable money. Crossbreeding marries the strengths smartly. Boer times Kalahari kids often grab Boer's muscle and quick growth, plus Kalahari's toughness, parasite resistance, and staying power, yielding fast-finishing, resilient animals with great meat traits. farmers globally recount pivoting or blending breeds after hard lessons. Kalahari Reds repeatedly bailed out herds in droughts with standout survival, and crosses offer a balanced fix for varied ground. The pros/cons hinge on your reality. Boers lead intensive meat pushes. Kalahari Reds excel at low-risk endurance and profit in adversity. In the end, neither breed claims total victory. The right choice hinges on your local climate, how you manage, and what you aim for. If you're running a controlled setup with steady feed, shade, and buyers who pay for top cuts, Boer goats usually deliver peak results. For low input, extensive farming amid heat, drought, or spotty rains in many countries, Kalahari Reds deliver those game-changing surprises in survival, lower bills, and sustained returns. The sharpest farmers blend both or use targeted crosses to fit their exact land. Run your own trials, watch what thrives, and trust the data from your farm over trends. If you're raising goats and found this breakdown useful, drop a comment below. Which breed are you working with right now? Or are you thinking of trying Kalahari Reds? Share your own real-world wins or surprises. I'd love to hear how they're performing in your conditions. Hit like if this helped, subscribe for more practical goat farming comparisons, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.